All right, we rolling. What's up, everybody? Your boy Ghetto Greg from Punchingbagskunk Boxing Media Incorporated. What's up, everybody? I seem like I ain't seen in a while. Hey, how you been? How you been? Anyway, your boy Ghetto Greg said, listen, Jake Paul. We're gonna talk about Jake Paul today, and this upcoming fight with Tommy Fury. But before we get to that, I wanna say, if you like hard hitting, no nonsense boxing, talking truth, hit the subscribe right there, because you're right where you need to be to get the no nonsense talk from your boy Ghetto Greg. Yeah, I was up in Punchingbagskunk was up in Bronx, New York a couple weeks ago at Iron Barkley's Friends of the Champ Foundation. Had a wonderful event at the Marina Del Rey in the Bronx. It was just awesome. Just want to take my hat off to Iron Barkley and his wife. Their foundation, Friends of the Champ. It was just an awesome time. Everybody was there. It was just awesome. Junior Jones, who was there? Everybody was there. Junior Jones, Mitch Green, Jerry Cooney, Tim Witherspoon, of course, Iron Barkley, Lou Severese, Terrell Biggs, Larry Holmes. It was just awesome, man. Everybody was there. It was a great time. Punchingbagskunk was there. We had a great time. Just wanted to give a shout out to Iron Barkley for all the good that him and Mike Bernard is doing with their events and Iran's foundation, Friends of the Champ. Also want to give a quick shout out to my boy Lamont White, former defensive back for the Minnesota Vikings, for inviting me to his football camp. We had a great time out there in New Jersey. So shout out to my boy Lamont White. Also, real quick, I want to say that Punchingbagskunk is going to be in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania on July 23rd. Event organized by my boy John the Iceman Scully. John Scully, a boxing humanitarian and a former world-class fighter, and a great guy. My man John Scully's put it together. We're going to be up at Deer Lake on July 23rd. Punchingbagskunk is going to be at old Ali camp, Deer Lake training camp where Ali used to train. And soak in all that history. It's going to be a great time. Yeah, all right, Jake Paul. Jake Paul is like a pebble in my shoe. It doesn't keep me from walking. Like a pebble doesn't keep you from walking, but it's completely annoying. It's just annoying. Jake Paul, you're annoying. You're annoying me! But, with that said, man, it's like, I mean, look, you can't deny. I mean, the guy's injecting money into the fight game. He's injecting excitement into the fight game. You gotta give him money. And money ain't about my money. And you guys, I always say it ain't about money. You guys always say it's about money. So if it's about money, then he's injecting money into the sport of boxing. It's really that simple. His co-main event, Amanda Serrano, by the way, who had that great fight. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about what's coming up. Jake Paul is set to fight Tommy Fury on August 6th at Madison Square Garden. He just announced that on Twitter last Thursday. For those that don't know, Jake Paul is a social media star with more than 20 million followers on YouTube alone. I mean, this guy is 20 million followers. Let that sink in. His boxing career, he's got a short boxing career. He's 5-0. He's coming off his second consecutive victory over former UFC champion Tyron Woodley last December. His other wins were against former UFC star Ben Askren. I mean, no punches. And NBA Slam Dunk champion Nate Robinson and YouTuber Anderson Gibb. Okay, Tommy Fury, the half brother of heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, has an 8-0 record with 4 knockouts. He was scheduled to fight Paul on December 18th, but withdrew due to a broken rib and a bacterial infection. Fury, like Paul, has a massive social media following. It's largely due to his appearance on a season of Love Island UK. I think it's interesting to also mention in the co-main event is going to be Amanda Serrano, who will defend her WBC, WBO, and IBO female featherweight title against Brenda Corberhall. Serrano was coming off a split decision loss to Katie Taylor in April, one of the all-time great fights in women's boxing history. And I seen the fight; it was awesome. It was just exciting. But anyway, getting back to Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a guy that I initially used to roast. Go search my channel. Look for I think there's a video I put out called Jake Paul Jackass, whatever. I can't remember what it was, but you can find it. Just go look it up. And I just eat them alive, like ripping them up. But you know, I'm kind of like saying, like, I mean, look, Canelo, I beat up Canelo all the time because the stranglehold on boxing I felt that he had. He doesn't have anymore because he got his ass whooped. But he should have fought Demetrius a long time ago. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But Jake Paul, I used to rip him up, but it's like training. I see some dudes training. I mean, not overly skilled technically, but how many other fighters, man, that wasn't naturally gifted that accomplished something in boxing? I mean, I know. Look, I don't want to throw names out there because I could rip up a whole bunch of guys that I know that they had no business being champion. Period. You know what I mean? Had no business being champion, but they worked hard, or they got maneuvered into the right spot. You know what I mean? And ended up being a world champion. So sometimes it's not all about skill. I mean, you got a naturally gifted athlete, naturally gifted fighter that got natural God-given talent. He's going to be a great fighter. But then, there's some guys that just work hard, and they just work hard, and they just work hard, and they will themselves there. And they can never be an all-time great. You guys know my philosophy already. I've said it on many occasions that to be an all-time great, this is why I get mad at these jackasses going around just throwing the all-time great around like it ain't. Now, someone's going to be all-time great if he wins this fight. Shut up, man. You don't even know what you're talking about. Because you don't just become all-time great. It's not how it's done. But to be all-time great, man, you have to have natural God-given talent. You know what I mean? It's like this. If a guy like Muhammad Ali, doesn't train, he's still going to be a good fighter. The fact that he trained made him a great fighter. You see what I'm saying? That's how you can get a fighter that doesn't have any talent or doesn't have natural God-given talent, but he works hard and he becomes good. He can never become all-time great. Great, okay? Can become great because you need God-given talent. And I'll explain that to the people that are spinning right now. If you got a fighter that got God-given talent, he doesn't work hard. You ever see them guys in the gym that they do, and I was one of them. I naturally gifted. Like I could do things just like even when I was a kid. We'd be lined up to I should be teaching us combinations, and I pick it up just like that. Pop, 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 pop. Boop, 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 boop. Pick it up, and the other kids are gonna struggle like hell to try to do the same thing. It was natural to me. See, you need that element. Now, granted, I didn't work as hard as I should have worked, but anyway, that's a whole other video. That's not my point. My point is that don't be throwing around all-time great stuff on these fighters. Or because they fought this guy, they didn't fight that guy. Fights can be manufactured. Everything be manufactured now. That's what's wrong with boxing now, because everybody's sitting up there calling guys all-time greats because they beat this guy, they beat that guy. It didn't work like that. I'm gonna say this because I say it all the time. The Fab Four: Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran. They made a history of fights. Great fights is gonna last forever. You know why? Because they fought each other. These days, nobody even fight each other. So how are you gonna become all-time great? But anyway, what I was trying to tie that all together with Jake Paul is that the kid's not overly talented, but he's still, look, first of all, he's undefeated. And I know you could fight 5 tomato cans and be undefeated. I get it, but all grandma wants to know is the final results. Is he undefeated or is he not undefeated? All right, he's undefeated. Okay, is he putting 70,000 people in a 70,000 people in a stadium? Right there, yeah, that's a yes, right? I mean, so this guy is creating buzz for boxing. He's bringing a different demographic into boxing that wasn't in boxing before. Like some people that wasn't even interested in boxing now they're peeping fights. They're buying fights, all kind of stuff. So I guess what I'm trying to say, man, is that I'm still gonna beat him up the same way I beat up Canelo. I'm still gonna be. I mean, look, I don't think he's ever gonna be all-time great, but if this guy can come into boxing and inject a little enthusiasm into the sport, I mean, and I gotta say, why not? You know what I mean? And look, this is a big debate. And look, and I'm the main one beating up these new school guys and all this new culture and all that. And and I get it, but does boxing gotta survive? I mean, I don't think it's ever gonna die, but boxing needs superstars. It's always survived on superstars. That's just it. That's just what it is. It's no other way to. Boxing always survive. When one superstar goes, another one replaces it. Look at this. Ali. Well, Ali was a superstar. You're not gonna get no superstar than Ali. But I'm saying when he, got older and drifted off into the sunset, rolled off into the sunset, Sugar Ray Leonard came. You know what I mean? Then Sugar Ray Leonard drifted off into the sunset, Iron Mike Tyson came. You see what I'm saying? It's always got to be a superstar. And we can just go on down the line. You can say whatever you want about Floyd Mayweather, and I beat him up all the time. People know I beat Floyd Mayweather up, but the bottom line, he was a certified superstar. He was boxing. You see what I'm saying? And look, and I don't like the style. Everyone knows I always crack on it. I don't like that that stuff. We all know I don't like that. But he was boxing superstar. Now, same thing with Canelo. I'm mad. I'm always yelling about Canelo. He never fought Demetrius Andrade. Vacated, left up, with all that junk. Never fought him. So I beat him up because I don't like that. It's cowardly stuff to me. But the bottom line is, at one point, he was boxing superstar. So these are things you can't deny. You know what I'm saying? Can't deny it. He was, and I beat him. You guys, that's my favorite pastime, beating up Canelo. Yeah, I'm starting to beat up a couple of these YouTubers that think they're, they know about boxing, don't know a damn thing about boxing. Just aggravate me. I watch some of these guys that they think subscribers make them. Some of you guys, man, think, and this is a side note, I just want to punch up a couple of guys that I watch, and subscribers don't make your fighting skills improve. See, like some of these guys, like they get 100,000 subscribers, and now somehow, some way, they know how to fight now. They're actually, I'm a fighter. No, you sit your ass down somewhere if you get knocked out by a real fighter. They're trying to act like you're a fighter. Shut up and stay in your place. But anyway, hey, look, Jake Paul, man. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. And I don't know, maybe some people might say, hey, Greg, I can't believe you said that. But I'm starting to think that maybe we might need Jake Paul a little bit. Ooh. I mean, people are getting paid with this guy, man. Fighters look, you got a big card with 70,000, 60, 70,000 people in the stadium. And this is the gate, paid gate, you know what I mean? And you gotta have an undercard. You know what I'm saying? So all these fighters on the undercard are getting paid. So that means he's getting fighters paid. Some fighters that wouldn't even be able to get them kind of paydays, man. You know what I mean? I made $400 my first fight. My $500. My pro debut was $500. So I'm saying a lot of these fighters, these young fighters, up and coming fighters, they're not gonna get them kind of paydays, man. National television and all that stuff. They're not gonna get that, So he's providing an avenue for fighters to get exposure and get money. You know what I mean? So how can I hate on that? I mean, dudes. How can I can't hate on that. I mean, look, I'm trying to find ways to beat him up. I've been, look at my videos. I've been beating him up. But, this fight, well, the only thing I don't like about this whole thing is that it kind of ices out real fighters. And I'm not going to go call Jake Paul a real fighter right now. I can't because because Nate Robinson is not a real fighter. He's a basketball player. Look, Tommy Fury to me is not a real fighter. He's a YouTube star or whatever, some kind of social media star. So these are not fighters. So what I'm saying, we can put them off to the side. We can watch the real fighters like Gervonta Davis, Chris Stevenson, Terrence Crawford, Bivol, all these real fighters. You know what I mean? But then let them get some fighters paid too, and and create some buzz boxing. You know, maybe some of them jackass fans that don't know nothing about boxing, but they love Jake Paul. Maybe, just maybe, some of them fans might peep the real fighters and be, you know, learn something, or you know what I mean, or become a fan, or maybe even get inspired to fight. You know, a lot of good can come from this Jake Paul. What do you call it? What can I call it? Jake Paul not extravaganza. What's the word I'm looking for? Just the hoopla. You know, I think some good could come out of it. Some good already came out of it. He's getting people paid. He's creating buzz for the sport. You know what I mean? How can you kind of be against that? Now, again, let me reiterate this to my hardcore fans. You know, I'm not saying he's on that level. I'm saying that let him stay there and keep doing. You ain't gonna let him anyway. He gonna do it. Listen, ain't nobody running Jake Paul out of boxing. I could get up here and rant on blue in the face. Guys, he ain't nothing. He's a YouTube guy. He ain't nobody can swore that jump. But if you're putting 70,000 people in the stadium, it doesn't matter. You understand? It doesn't matter. Because money talks. So I don't give a damn about these hot, and I'm one of them, hardcore boxing historian guys that, rah! You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. This guy is not going away. You know what I mean? And I have to accept that he's not going away. Only, you know, there's a couple downsides. You know, he's just gonna keep picking these guys. It's almost like celebrity boxing. It's almost like midget wrestling. Like midget wrestling. You know, like, you know it's not real, but, or reg wrestling, you know it's not real, but it's kind of entertaining a little, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little, I mean, I used to like the midget wrestling. You know, it's just funny. You know what I mean? So, I don't think I'm going to pay for it. And I don't know, because if it's a stacked undercard, I might just, who knows? Punchingbagskunk might show up in the garden. I might just be there. I mean, I check my schedule. I might check it out. Look, I'm a boxing historian, a boxing fan. You know what I mean? And I just like to see good for the sport. And I don't see where he's really hurting the sport. Like I don't see where he's really hurting the sport. He's not hurting any fighter's legacy, because most people know that he's really not a real fighter. So he's not really hurting real fighters' legacies, because, you know, it's kind of like a sideshow. It's like it's almost like a circus that's on the side. So let it just be the circus on the side. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes some of these fighters might eat on that undercard. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm saying, in other words, boxing historians and boxing purists and guys like me, maybe we can learn to live with the circus. I mean, again, as long as the circus is not affecting real fight legacy. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not. Guys say, oh my God, Greg, you're a Jake Paul fan now? No! I'm a fight fan. I'm a boxing fan, man. And you know, and the dude is creating buzz for boxing. That's it. That's it. So I'm gonna be battling. Go ahead, go in the comments, man. Let me know what you think. I know I'm gonna dude's gonna be trying to throw at me, so I'm ready. I'm ready for the fight. All right, you're gonna bring it. All right, everybody, that's the video. Listen, Punchingbagskunk Boxing Media Incorporated, where you get the best on box. You guys stay tuned for the next one, man. I'm gonna be dropping some real interesting videos pretty soon. So you guys just stay tuned. We'll be back with the fire. You know how we do it. Peace, y'all.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.